What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance. This is part 2 of season 7, episode 8. And the title of this episode is called Judgment Day. Starting off with Mike and Natalie. So Natalie says that she finally got herself together. And when she came out from the bathroom, Mike was gone. She's really worried about him. And Mike is just out on these streets in his PJs, drinking beers, throwing back these beers and reflecting. Okay. Now, if things are this way now, he's wondering what the future will look like for them. Let's move on to Robert and Anny. So Robert and Anny arrive at the strip club, and Anny is more excited than Robert. Once they get to the table, a stripper approaches them and offers to give Anny a lap dance. Now, Robert tells the camera crew that he's looking at Anny in a different light. Robert tells Anny that he's ready to go home. He then tells the camera crew seeing Anny in the strip club threw up some major red flags and makes him wonder, is she into girls or something? Also, questioning her on if she was a stripper in her country. Let's move on to Tania. So Tania has been in Costa Rica for 3 weeks now and says that she's met so many amazing women, especially the ones that she's rooming with. She starts talking to her roomies about Syngin while they're getting dressed to go out. She then gets a video call from him, and when she leaves to go talk to him, her roomies say, have you noticed every time they talk, they argue about the smallest thing? So they're basically gossiping and laughing behind her back. And when they put the camera back onto Tania, video chatting with Syngin, they eventually start arguing. Tania tells Syngin to put more pep in his step, and you can be doing this, you could be proactive and be doing this. And Syngin responds, well, if I give you more pep in my step, I'm stepping out of here. So Tania rushes off the phone with him, telling him that she's going out. She is just basically this is really more of a vacation. We've seen a little snippet of her in the class and learning and taking notes and stuff, but this is really more of a vacation because I've seen her really enjoying herself more than she was in class learning about herbs. She's salsa dancing. She's flirting with the salsa instructor. She invited that salsa instructor out to go dancing. It's just, no ma'am. No ma'am. Not after you got somebody that leaves their home, all they know, and they come there to be with you. And then you just take off, leave them, go have you a vacation and camouflage it under you going to learn about herbs for products for your setting up you and Syngin's future. Full of it, okay? Comment down below and let me know your thoughts on Tania. Let's move on to Michael. So Michael's going out with his friends to talk about the visa. He says that he hasn't seen his friends in a while because he's just been focusing on his relationship with Angela. He tells his friends that he's been down. Now, he wants to open up and talk to them about this whole visa thing. His friend brings up the fact that he has a bad impression of Angela ever since she threw a drink in one of Michael's friends' face. His friend then proceeds to call Angela trashy. I mean, where is the lie, though? But this makes Michael extremely upset to the point where he slaps his friend's drink out of his hand and glasses off of his face. He then storms off in his flip-flops and man purse, really hot and upset. Now, one of his other friends tries to calm Michael and tells him to come back so that they can talk. Michael agrees to do so. Michael opens up about his love for Angela, but his friends feel that Michael is making a huge mistake. We all do. We all feel that Michael's making a big mistake. I don't even think he knows what he's about to get himself into. Michael believes that they're jealous of him. I don't see why would anybody be jealous of Angela, you and Angela's relationship. But okay, Michael, they're jealous. Let's move on to Robert and Anny. So Robert and Anny go out for coffee to cure their hangovers. And Robert is still disgusted with Anny's actions at the strip club. But Anny just sees it as though, he's jealous because, the girl was giving her a lap dance. Robert tells the camera crew that he's questioning Anny and whether she plans to just party because that's not what he wants. He wants a mother figure for his son. Anny tells Robert that she should have stayed longer and she doesn't have to be his boring wife because he doesn't like it. Robert tells Anny that he's disappointed in her and that he brought her to the U.S. to be his future wife. Anny offers to have a threesome with Robert for his birthday, and Robert tells her that that's not something that he wants around his kid, to which Anny responds, "So boring." So Robert tells her that he wants a good woman, family-oriented, and a good role model for his son. He's very clear and direct about what he wants, and I can respect that. But what I don't respect is you didn't see what type of woman she was, though. Now, I know they only met for a couple of hours and then he proposed, but I'm saying getting to know a person, listen, this is his fault. That's all I can say. It's your fault because that's the type of woman you attracted to. I'm telling, there's no way she was on her social media representing herself one way and then now he's finding out she's another way. No, what you see is what you get with Anny. And I believe that she represented herself way and he attracted to that type of woman. So if you want to attract a woman that's a good role model, family oriented, you got to get you a good girl. Anny is not that. Let's move on to Mike and Natalie. So Mike finally goes back to Natalie's place. They sit down to talk and Natalie tells him that she thinks that it was a mistake taking him to church and opening up her soul. Now, this is where Natalie makes a big mistake as a woman, okay? Natalie starts to settle, that's a no-no, and compromise her beliefs. She's basically backpedaling instead of just standing firm on what she believes, because I just feel like that's how desperate she is to be in a relationship and have kids. Leave that alone, walk away from it, take it as a learning lesson, and wait till the right man attracts and finds you that mirrors you. It's nothing wrong with having standards. So I just feel like she's really settling because changing her mind. I mean, she's just backpedaling. It doesn't make any sense, really. I mean, he needs to find somebody that believes the same thing as him in the aliens, and she needs to find somebody that believes in God. That's what I feel, because to me, it would somewhat confuse the children if I believe a certain thing. And then if your husband is not in alignment with what you believe so that you guys can be on one accord and be on page with one another, it's going to confuse the child. Well, okay, what do I listen to? Mommy believes this, daddy believes this. I don't see this relationship working. Comment down below your thoughts. So Mike then takes this opportunity while they're talking to tell her that he's in debt. Natalie tells him it's okay. She'll get a job and help him once she's there. Yeah, right. That's if they even make it. Comment down below your thoughts. I really need to hear from you on 90 Day Fiance. This is part 2 of season 7, episode 8. Again, the title of this episode was Judgment Day. Let me know your thoughts in that comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up and share with a friend who also loves watching 90 Day Fiance. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified on the next time that I make an upload. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.